Long, long ago, when people still travel in caravan along the Silk Road across the desert to the city of Kaifeng, China, there lived a little girl named Zhengyu. Zhengyu's ancestors came all the way to China riding camels with their different spices, rocks, silk, and most importantly, their Jewish holy book and scrolls. They were warmly welcomed by the Emperor of China and decided to settle down. With many years that followed, they became part of the community. They worked there, they played there, and they studied there. The only thing that made them stand out from the rest of the Chinese community is their Jewish prayer and the little blue hat they wear while praying. One Friday morning, Zhengyu and her father Li Jian went to the Earth Street Market of Kaifeng to prepare for Shabbat. The city market of Kaifeng was bustling. There's so many travelers from all over the world speaking different languages. Hola, bonjour, ni hao. The air was filled with spices, different fresh spices from different countries. All the smells. And the caravan bells rang. There's so many livestock there. There's just so much to see for this little girl, Zhengyu. Soon, she was attracted by a jade stall full of animal charms. She was especially attracted by the little jade looks like a snake. And she stopped there. But her father, Li Jian, didn't notice. He continued shopping here. He continued shopping for Shabbat. Until suddenly, he realized his little girl, Zhengyu, was no longer by his side. He panicked and started running across the crowd, running back through. He ran, calling, Zhengyu, where are you? He ran, but he didn't see his little girl, Zhengyu, until suddenly, smack! He bumped into a stranger. I'm so sorry. He tried to pull the stranger up. It was an old man with tattered locks, with gray eyebrows, gray long beard. The old man was very calm. No need to apologize. It was fate that I came across you today. I'm the great fortune teller of Chengdu, and nice to meet you. You know, Li Jian and his people never really believed fortune tellers. They're Jewish, they have their own belief systems. But he needed help. He lost his little girl, Zhengyu. So he asked the old man politely, please, sir, could you please tell me where my little girl is? Of course, where the green stones glitter. Green stones? Green stones? What are green stones? Jade! The jade stall. She was so attracted by that jade stall. So as soon as he realized that, he thanked the old man, gave him some coins, and ready to run back to the jade stall. However, the old man said, but wait. First, I must warn you. Your daughter will be bitten by a poisonous snake on her wedding night. Li Jian was thinking, nonsense. How could this be possible? So he didn't care, and he ran back. There he saw his little precious girl, Zhengyu, holding a snake charm jade. Papa, isn't this nice? Put that down at once. You're being so naughty today, and we're late for Shabbat. Let's continue shopping. So they continued shopping. And Li Jian didn't mention this to anyone else, this prophecy. But he was worried within his heart subconsciously because he often dreamed about huge snakes biting and hissing in his dreams. Just like that, many years passed. The little girl Zhengyu gradually grew up into a beautiful young lady, and she was matched with a young scholar, Jewish scholar, just like her father. On her wedding night, she was sitting there wearing a beautiful red gown, preparing her hair, when suddenly there was a knock on the door. Dong, 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 dong. She immediately put down his hairpin and stuck it carelessly into a corner of the silk wall. The wall was covered with silk, and she just stuck her hairpin there to keep it for later use. And then she went to open the door. There was a stranger, an old man with gray eyebrows and gray long beard. Sorry to bother you. What a beautiful bride. I'm sorry to beg you at your wedding night. Zhengyu has always been a very generous girl, and she always helped those in need, and she couldn't resist anyone that needs help. So she gently invited the gentleman in and invited him to sit down. The old man didn't say anything, but had a sharp look at the wall where the hairpin was. Zhengyu gave him a basket of wedding gifts with silk and spices. He thanked her and left without saying another word. Zhengyu went back to her seat and tried to get the hairpin out of the wall because she needs to keep fixing her hair. However, it didn't move. She tugged more. It didn't move. The hairpin was just stuck there. At that time, her father came here to lead her to the wedding canopy. So he came here and she asked for help. Daddy, can you help me pull that out? Zhengyu's father Li Jin tried really hard, but didn't move. And he tried more and more and used all his strength to pull that hairpin out. Finally, it came out. Stuck at the end of the hairpin was a poisonous snake. No longer alive. It's dead. The hairpin went straight into the eyes and the brain, and it died at the side. They were both really surprised, and they didn't know what happened. Suddenly, Zhengyu's father remembered what the fortune teller told him. Your daughter will be bitten by a poisonous snake on her wedding night. However, it didn't happen. What happened? How did you end up putting the hairpin into that specific part of the wall? Zhengyu replied, I have no idea. I just opened the door and put the hairpin there because somebody needs help. So I went to help him. Zhengyu's father realized, your good heart has saved your life from the poisonous snake. It's the mitzvah of helping people who are in need that kept you safe. Zhengyu smiled. From then on, she continued helping people who are in need and lived a happy and long life. Amen.